in Glasgow with Tarah Who and band, who's doing selfies and stuff. Yeah, I'm on camera even though I'm not on camera. Good stuff. So we have Tarah herself.
Yes.
And who else do we have from the band?
Vincent.
And
Ash.
Okay, Vincent and Ash. Vincent, who has been tainted by Sunderland, as I discovered earlier on, but I'll let him off on that one. Right. That's right. So, Tarah.
Yes.
Originally, the band was a duo, a two-piece. Is it still a two-piece, or?
If you want to go back in the history, really, of the band, when I started, it was a singer-songwriter type of thing, and then I wanted to do a band thing, and then just over the years, going through different musicians, moving and stuff like that, it was everything: a four-piece, a three-piece, a two-piece. Right now, it's a three-piece. You know, just whatever works. Right now, I needed energy.
Yep.
So Vince learned the songs in 2 days. He's the drummer.
Yep.
And Ash, well, for those who know us from a long time, 10 years ago, he was the bass player. Then he started his own solo career in Ireland. And, well, he's right now in Ireland. It's not really accurate. But anyway, then I was like, help! I need help to make noise. And he came along.
Yeah, that's what bass players are for, isn't it? Making noise.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got obviously your guitars as well as the vocals, and we've got guys in the bass section, effectively. So, how long has Tarah Who as an act been going then? Because obviously it's been through quite a few iterations, as you've said, the solo and so forth. So how long have you been going?
Since 2006, when I moved to LA.
Quite a long time ago.
Yeah.
So you said you're from France originally. What made you relocate to LA?
The weather.
And we're standing here as it's just starting to rain, and I can fully sympathise. Yep.
Yeah. No, so I was born in Paris. I actually started as a drummer and a bass player. I started writing music just because I needed to express myself, self-taught musician. And then I wanted to live in America, and I wanted something completely different. I wanted to wear flip-flops all year long. And so I went to LA, and I discovered the music scene over there, because I just love loud music and rock and roll. Not 80s rock. So I'm not on Sunset.
Okay.
But no, I'm a 90s grunge punk rocker, and that's what Tarah's like anyway. And I lost my train of thought.
No, it's all right. It's just
okay.
There's many good reasons. I mean, not being judged for wearing flip-flops, which I'm sure would happen if you're in Paris, is good enough reason. So how did you guys, I mean, obviously you've known Tarah for quite some time. How did you get roped into this band then?
Well, apparently Tarah needed a drummer a very short amount of time, and so she rang a friend of hers who wasn't available to play the drums, and so this guy rang me as I was about to go and see a gig. I got quite surprised because I haven't toured yet in my life, but I said yes, and I thanked Tarah for this wonderful opportunity to tour in a wonderful weather.
Yeah, you're in Glasgow, deal with it. It was sunny earlier on, that was summer, it's gone, it's finished, you've seen it.
I've lived in Newcastle for a couple of years, so I'm used to that.
Yeah, fair enough. And to be fair, almost wearing just a t-shirt, so.
Yeah.
So this is quite an intense tour, isn't it? Am I right in saying there's no nights off? Is it solid back to back?
Yesterday was off, but yeah, it's like 9 shows in 10 days, something like that.
Yeah. Are you finding touring to be quite intense these days, particularly with the focus on making a living for music? Let's be honest about it, is difficult now, particularly making money for the music itself. Are you finding you're having to tour more to try and keep yourself going?
Can I be quite honest? We've
Please.
never gotten paid for any gigs, so I can't really say that. We live off the merch.
Yeah.
So that's why we kind of like persistent and like help us buy some merch.
Yeah, so it's just absolutely the point. So it's merchandise, and obviously to sell merch, you need to be in front of fans. You need to actually have a gig going.
I mean, we love being live. That's also the whole point of like sharing and meeting the people who listen to us and everything. So we do love the performance, obviously, but it's hard because it's a big budget. We all work on tour. That's what really finances the tour is our day jobs, essentially.
Yep.
That's it.
So how do you manage to fit, working and practicing with a band and touring around a day job? Because many of the bands we've spoken to, it's the same thing. They work. I was interviewing Skalmold from Iceland just a couple of days ago, and it's the same thing. They work most of the time, and the band is almost a hobby that pays for itself kind of thing. Mm-hmm. How do you manage to fit all of that around doing the band thing? How do you get 2 weeks off to tour, for instance?
Well, we don't sleep, but also no. I mean, right before I saw you for this interview, I literally just shut off my computer, and that was it. I mean, it's not fun because like I'm here, but I'm not here. So sometimes I feel bad because my bandmates are like really like they brought everything up the stairs while I was like responding to like those emails that because I cannot get caught by my boss, otherwise goodbye to the next gas tank, but so it's a little bit difficult. I was actually watching an interview from Jojen, who was saying that the only thing that she regrets from her time touring is not being more present. And I do feel that too sometimes, because I do have fun, but there are so many things that I wish that I was more here for, and be more present with the guys and helping. I mean, I still help, but just be more there mentally and in the moment. It takes away a little bit of that for me. Yeah. But I don't know if you guys want to jump in.
For your first tour.
Actually, no, that's a fair point. This is your first tour. So you're, 3-4 dates through, more or less? How's it been going for you? Fourth night tonight. So only half a week through. How's it going so far? How are you feeling it's going? Are you starting to get tired yet? Are you still enjoying it?
I'm having a blast. Not quite tired because Tarah's taking good care of letting us sleep in if needed. Yesterday was like an 8 hours drive from London to Glasgow, so it could have been a bit tiring, but we slept in a little bit this morning. I guess regarding making money, I'm back at university trying to learn the music theory and stuff. So I just asked whatever my teachers were thinking about touring, and they pushed me instead of trying to keep me studying. So here I am now. But I guess I can't really. I assume a lot of people working here are working remotely. So I guess it's not really something that you could do if you had to work 5 days a week. You couldn't really tell your boss from very short notice. I'm going to be off these next 2 weeks. Yep. So I guess we are lucky to be also able to work remotely for some of us. But yeah, it's a big deal.
Bit of a challenge. So for those of you who've not seen Tarah Who live before, what sort of things can we expect from your set tonight or later on in the tour? Just describe your show, sell yourselves, make sure people turn up and see you.
Well, the thing is, we really feed off the energy of the people and the energy of each other. So, at least I do. So, I just don't know what's gonna happen. That's the thing. It's and that's the one part that I trust my guts. I've taught myself to trust my guts. But the thing is, when it comes to live shows, that's the one thing I haven't nailed yet, because you just don't know what's going to happen, and it's not about the amount of people that are in front of you, because if they're all looking like this, you just don't know if people like it. But then there's going to be that one person who's just dancing and headbanging, and I'm just going to focus on that person, that is going to be my attention, and I'm just going to play that show for that person. So yeah, I'm always looking for that one person who's gonna give me a positive, reason to be up here and screaming, No, I don't know. And if we were playing on my drums, I would be, jumping on my drums. But since we are sharing with South of Salem, I'm being really respectful. I'm being a lot more calm on this tour, I have to admit. But yeah, we never know what's going to happen.
But overall, the vibe is raw energy. It's really intense, aggressive, releasing the emotion basically you want to release, and scream really loud after a day of work or like frustration and stuff like that. So it's just like releasing the energy just to relax and feel good.
I like that. We are the band that after a day of frustration, you come to see, so you can release all that pressure. That's for sure.
Okay, so I think the things we've learned from there is, number one, always look after other bands' equipment, and number two, always turn up and catch the opening band.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
Smashing. Guys, thanks so much for your time. Look forward to seeing you in about an hour.